Hey, well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless. God bless for tuning in. God bless for tuning in. And thank you for your support, those who've been supporting me. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Well, today I want to share domestic situation that went really bad. Went bad, and went bad. And this is a pastor out of Mississippi. His name is Prenell. Pastor Prenell out of Mississippi, and according to the sources, he shot his wife. And according to the sources, he has history of violence towards his wife, of domestic violence towards his wife. And you can see he has a beautiful family. But before I play a small clip of the audio, I just want to say one thing that if you're in a toxic and domestic violent relationship, you have to make the choice to get out. I know you can become complacent, you get comfortable in your abusive state, but you have to make the choice. Do not stay in a domestic violence. Run. When you get there, run. If God is telling you to run, run for the hills. Do not wait until matters get worse. That's the biggest mistake people make. When you see your partner or your spouse is violence towards you, or the person that you're dating is violence towards you, physical violence, or even verbal abuse, make it your decision to run. Because if you love peace, you're going to run. Make it your decision to not stay in that domestic situation and that domestic violence. If you run for the hills. Some people are sitting in prison. Some people are 6 feet under. Some people are sitting in prison and wish they would have made the decision to run when they have the opportunity. And I know in certain situations you have kids. And kids, you make kids out of the relationship. You have kids out of the relationship, so it's not easy to run. But it's also not good for the kids to see that. The kids feed off of that negative energy, that toxic environment. The kids feed off of that. And they know when mommy and daddy, they feed off of that. And they know when they're old enough, they know when mommy and daddy is not happy, when it's intense in the place that you live in, when you and her live in, it's very intense. Do yourself a favor and run. Do not walk, run. Whenever it's getting violent or you're experiencing emotional abuse and verbal abuse, and when it gets to physical abuse, run for the hills. Do not stay. Do not think about it. Run. Pray and know that God will provide for you. Just pray and know that God will provide for you. But He doesn't tell you to stay. It's your choice to stay in a domestic violent relationship, a toxic relationship. Man, you can do better. Woman, you can do better than that. Brother, you can do better. Sister, you can do better. Life is too short to be staying, to letting somebody bother your skin, to somebody to verbally abuse you, and then somebody to beat up and bother your skin. Life is too short for that. You want the fulfillment out of life. You want the abundance of life. So why allow yourself? God calls it, the Bible says God calls us to peace. God didn't call you to stay and get abused and misused and mistreated and battered. If he raises his hand to hit you, run. If he threatens you, run. And man, if you're getting emotionally abused by the woman that claims to love you, run for the hills. Do not stay in domestic violent relationship. This goes for the woman, this goes for the man. If you decide to stay, You think it's gonna get better? It only gets worse. And as you can see, as I play this clip, it's gotten worse. He's a pastor out of Mississippi, and he goes in the Baptist church, runs a Baptist church in morning in Mississippi, in bright morning, the Bright Morning Star Missionary Baptist Church in Mississippi, in Pineville, Mississippi. Pastor at that. And you would think that a pastor is connected to the Lord and he has a personal relationship with the Lord, and you wouldn't even think in a million years that a pastor can come to that. But some of us have to admit that some people, and mental issue is a big issue and is a huge situation. Mental illness is big and is huge. And if you're going through and you're dealing with somebody with mental issues, there's resources out there. Please do yourself a favor and reach out for help. Do not stay. Do not think about it. Do not think you can handle it. Don't think you can, especially if you have kids, don't think that you're going to work it out. There's other resources out there you can tap into. Humble yourself and get the help. Now I'm gonna play this small clip. I'm gonna play this audio. I'm gonna play the audio coming out of from Mississippi. Pastor that shot his wife, and through a miracle, she survived. She survived it. She got shot twice by the pastor, her husband, so-called husband that claimed to love her, but she survived. Here it is.
Danny Prenell has been arrested after a shooting that left his wife in stable condition. He was arrested after being released from the hospital. Prenell is charged with aggravated domestic violence, disorderly conduct, and disturbance of a business. He is being held in the Pike County Jail. His wife is still recovering at UMMC.
So his wife is still recovering, and he survived. And she survived. But they have 3 lovely kids. But for her well-being and for her mental state and her peace of mind, she has to step. Don't let it get so far The man, he also threatened her with a gun. He has history of threatening his wife with a gun. Don't let it get, ladies and gentlemen, do not let it get that far. If you see signs of physical abuse, and you see, I know it's not easy to walk when you're so comfortable and you can place it, you don't know where you're gonna go. That's why I always preach, be independent. Be independent. And when you're in that situation, and sometimes you feel comfortable, you have nowhere to go, and don't let it get that far. Prepare yourself to leave. It came down to where he had to literally shoot her. Maybe to get the message. It's not easy to leave somebody when you have kids with them. But desperate measures come for desperate time. When it comes to desperate situations like that, you have to take action in your own hands. And it comes down to that. God is knocking on your door to leave. And when it comes down, do not let it get that far. Why does it have to get that far for him to shoot you, for you to leave? Don't let it get that far, because you may not be so blessed if he shoot. There's people that do not survive like how she survived. It was a miracle that God had gave her a second chance to survive. You may not be so blessed the second time around. And I know when she recovers, she has to make up her mind to leave with her kids. It's not making up her mind. She just gotta go. The second time around may not be so blessed to survive. So, and your kids, think about your kids too as well. There was an actor I forgot the name of the actor that played. I think his name is Vice, or I forgot the name of the actor that played the Michael Jordan movie that came out a few years ago. And him and his wife was going through domestic violence. He was abusing his wife. And he shot her and killed her. Shot her and killed her. He's sitting in jail right now. Sitting in jail right now. Don't let it get that far. Abuse only gets worse. It doesn't get better. The person going to only want to change if they make up their mind to change. You cannot change them. God gives us free will. And if you don't want to change, you got to make the choice to make the change. You got to make the choice to make the change. You got to step. And if you're in an abusive relationship, this message is for somebody out there that's going through whether it's a physical, whether it's emotional, whether it's verbal. You have to make the choice for yourself. Don't let that person that's abusing you, or your spouse, or your so-called one that the person that loves you, make the choice for you. You got to make that choice for yourself. If you're getting abused, you have to love you. You have to respect yourself, and you have to love your peace. Understand that everybody wants peace. Not everybody wants peace. But if you value your peace and you value well-being, you have to make that choice for yourself if you're in an abusive relationship. Don't let it get this worse. Don't let it get this far. No matter what position you hold, he's a pastor. Prenell is a pastor. He's a pastor that runs a church. I guess he recently just got into the ministry, but he was abusing his wife. Doesn't matter what position you're in. If God haven't delivered you, God has to deliver you from your abusive ways. I'm sharing this with you. So if you know anybody, if you're in an abusive relationship, if you know anybody in an abusive relationship, share this story with them. Share the story. It doesn't get better, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't get better. And if you wasn't abusive, do not stay. Run for the hills. Run for your life. Don't turn them back. Don't turn them back, no matter what it is. God has better for you. Do not turn back. Run for the hills. It could get worse. Had a loved one that, because of abusive relationship, lost his sight because of abusive relationship. I'm speaking to somebody out there. Run for the hills. Do not stay. Don't think it's going to get better. Sometimes they lie to you and say they're sorry. Sometimes they lie to you and say it's going to get better. It doesn't get better. They got to want to make the change. And if they will lie to you and say it's going to get better, and they're still abusing you. Do not stay in an abusive relationship. Run for the hills. Well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day, and a live word of the day is coming out of Ephesians chapter 4, verses 26 to 27. Be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger, and give no opportunity to the devil. When you give opportunity to the devil, when you get angry, and you're doing things that you should not be doing, you're doing things that you're going to regret, It's a choice that you made. The demon that you allowed Satan to control you, you allowed Satan to sink into your life and control you, to do things that you regret doing or say things that you will regret saying. That's a choice you made. Well, this is Zacchaeus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. And if you like what I said in this video, smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel, Zacchaeus Gospel. Also, if you like what I said, smash the like button. I really would appreciate it. I got more videos coming. God bless. God bless. Got more videos coming. Might go on a little vacation spree, but God bless. And I check out more videos coming. God bless you. Be safe out there. And if you like what I said in this video, share this with a loved one that's going through domestic violence, or share this with someone that needs to hear this. God bless and be safe out there. Peace and blessings.